Is going digital. It's one global village. Why then do you live back in the days? Don't be left behind. Join the new normal of digital world. Let radio and television be at your fingertips. Get news and current events, entertainment, sports, kiddies programs, and more at your beck and call on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Just visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all social media platforms. Then you are a global citizen. Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Voice of the voiceless.
Sportville.
Ericsson, Garnacho hasn't stopped. Garnacho has scored in stoppage time, and Manchester United have nicked it.
For updates in the world of football.
Sterling for Liverpool. He's seen Henderson face to face with Fernandinho. Henderson! Oh wow! Lift the Anfield roof. Company's error, yes!
Formula One.
Near him, because down the inside now comes Carlos Sainz on Lewis Hamilton. Sainz just squeezes Hamilton, who goes over the rumble strip.
Cycling, boxing. Basketball and lots more. Listen to us live on Sport Rush, Mondays to Fridays, 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Al-IyamoyeTv Radio. For more inquiries, please call 0806-242-9799. Sport Rush, your everyday dose of sports.
Everyone, welcome to Sportville this morning on Al-IyamoyeTV and Radio Great Update on Sports all over the world today, and I'm in Taoheed.
I'm sure the Moshood extended sport. Good morning to you.
Okay, starting with our Nigerian superstar female Ashley Plumtier, which has gone down to the Saudi Arabian side Al-Ittihad females after rejecting the offer to sign a new contract at Leicester City. What could have led to this decision making?
Essentially, now we know what has been happening in Saudi football now, and everybody wants money. There's nobody on that will say he doesn't want money.
Yeah.
So aside from being money, female football is quite different to male football sometimes. You will see a female football growing up in some other part of the country or other part of the world aside from England and the like. So going to Saudi Arabia to Al-Ittihad, I don't say that a very bad issue for Ashley Plumtier, because now he failed to extend his contract with Leicester City. So now he moved on and he knows what So there are some players in the Super Falcons of Nigeria that they play in China.
Sure. So
it depends on how he perceive the league. So and I know he will it's white, although he play for Nigeria, but he will have make a research very well and look at the pros and cons before he went to Saudi Arabia. So I know he will have seen that a good team for him. But all the best to Ashley Plumtier.
Okay, and also Verratti joins the Qatar side Al-Arabi from PSG after rejecting offers from the Saudi Arabian side. I know like a number of teams came for Marco Verratti at PSG, but rejected the offer and now went to Qatar side Al-Arabi.
The issue with PSG is that PSG are now they are losing some values, some of the players that are experienced lads. Now in the PSG team now you can only have Marquinhos, who can say is an experienced player, Marquinhos and Kylian Mbappe. Aside from these two players, name another player that is that have a lot of experience in that particular squad. So it means they are losing good experienced player for some players. But all in all, he has won title trophies for PSG so far so good since he joined PSG. So and it's high time for him to go and enjoy some Saudi Arabian money as well, because he has done it so much. He's one of the best midfielder for the time being. He has been very, very good when he was signed for Pasquera and the Italian Serie B, and from then he has been proving himself. Although lately, maybe 2-3 seasons ago, injury has been setting up for Verratti. But all in all, I think he has done enough in the Europe football. Let him go and enjoy his money over there. I know Saudi Arabia are bringing in a very, very good player to play in Saudi Arabia as well. And I know other players will still join Saudi Arabia, players that we don't even expect to join.
Okay, and also the Super Falcons forward Desiree Opanoze retires from both international football and club football at the age of 35, recording 22 goals for the national team.
I think when it's time for you to draw the curtain, that is very good to draw the curtains. You shouldn't retire when you know when a lot of criticism has now set in. Look at the World Cup. she was the first one that lost the penalty.
Penalty, yeah.
And she had injury all through the tournament. He only had the chance to play the round of 16 against the other 83 Lions of England. Now, Desire Paya knows it. He has won 4 African competition trophy for the women's side. I think he won it in 2012, 16, 14, and 18. He won it consecutively. He's one of the deadly strikers the Super Falcons will have produced. After the likes of Pepe Chuangucha, Messi Akinde, and the likes. So I know he has really did well. I think he also played with like Chikwelu and the likes. So he has put in a good legacy. She put in a good legacy in the Super Falcons of Nigeria after the World Cup. That is when everything is now being good for this partner to retire. Because for her to retire immediately after the World Cup, it's a very good decision for her. Not until people are not calling her to retire. Look at this lady, Onomebi. Onomebi went to the World Cup. He only played once. He only came on from bench like twice. So she's 40 years old. Just after people have been calling her to retire, you are age. That is when she called time on the football. So for this our partners to say it's time for her to retire, I think it's very good move for him, and we know Super Falcons of Nigeria will look for another player to replace.
Okay, and also meeting to seal service agreement with Barcelona to take place in the next 48 hours. Barcelona are set to seal the contract renewal of the La Liga winning manager Xavi Hernandez with the final handshake to come.
Seriously, we should expect that from Barcelona. They will eventually sign any contract with Xavi Hernandez. Because last season they won the
La Liga
title for them. And this season we still have high hope. They are first in the La Liga title race. The last 4 games they've played in La Liga. And Xavi Hernandez has been a good icon for Barcelona as well. Aside from being their coach, he's a legend. He followed the blueprint of Barcelona. The tiki-taka is just only this season that he has been trying to deviate a little bit from the tiki-taka with no Barcelona, from merely using only one winger and striker and using much of midfield position. He really wants to sign in contract, to be sincere. He wants to sign in a contract, and I know stability, continuity that Barcelona want to continue with will be very, very good for their template. You know, likes of Koeman, Setien, they've come and go, sack. So it's high time for Barcelona to look for time to build the future. They build out on Xavi Hernandez. He knows players are coming from the academy. He knows what La Masia is all about. Bringing in players, you know, he doesn't even spend much money on player. Most of the players he brought in have some are free transfer. So bring player for La Masia, a good role model to Lamine Yamal and the like. So signing a good deal should not be a problem on both sides.
Okay, on Martin Odegaard says, I want to stay at Arsenal, but the Gunners captain is calling on a new contract. Martin Odegaard wants to remain at Arsenal for a long time, but declined to be drawn on negotiations over a new deal. And we see his deal will run out in June 2025, earning £115,000 a week.
My question to Arsenal board is, why is it taking them so long to sign a contract with this guy? Because if they keep it so long, that maybe at the end of the season, it was when they want to sign the contract, other things can come from this guy.
Yeah.
We can see the likes of Manchester City, we can see the likes of Real Madrid. And if Real Madrid came calling back, he will go back to Real Madrid. He came from Real Madrid. And if he sees that Real Madrid are calling for him, the like of PSG, anything can come. Because this guy, what he put in for Arsenal, you can't underestimate it. A creative player, give assists, score goals as well. So it means they should have tried and struck a deal with him. Look at when the issue of Saliba came in. It was when they now saw that Saliba, there are a lot of suitors for Saliba. Like a PSG are now coming to bring in higher wages for William Saliba. That was when they quickly signed new agreements with him. Same thing as Bukayo Saka. I don't know, this is why teams will let a season of contract to stay long with kind of player is very, very important to Arsenal side. And I think Arsenal should just to find it as quick as possible to sign new day with Martin Odegaard. If he doesn't want other teams to come and if like 2-3 teams came in now for Martin Odegaard, he will be destabilized. He'll be thinking, can I? And if they wait till January, if Arsenal doesn't make it to the knockout stage of the Champions League, he will be disturbed. If by January, Arsenal are not in title race, he will be disturbed. And he will have his mind divided into two. So I know now is the right time for Arsenal to extend his contract.
Okay, still on an Arsenal. Now you see, Nketiah has been the one on the top 9 for Arsenal as the matches have passed on. And now you see Gabriel Jesus coming back from injury and also came back with a goal against Manchester United. Won't there be a distraction to Mikel Arteta on which to start in both Gabriel Jesus and Nketiah, and who do you think he should use?
We all know that the preferred striker for Mikel Arteta is Gabriel Jesus, because the kind of pressure it mounts on defender, you can't move from Arsenal side. The kind of mentality, the agility, ability brought to Arsenal side, the aggression in style of play is top notch for Arsenal. Arsenal really missed him so much when he got injury when he failed to start the league with them, and he came in. Look at the goal he scored against Manchester United. Yeah. Very good, fantastic goal, over dribbling on the Dalot and put the ball in the back of the net. Very good striker. Though he's not kind of striker that you can rely on that can score goals like that for you. Yeah. But you can bring in putting both players aside, Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus. I will choose Gabriel Jesus ahead of Eddie Nketiah
to start for Arsenal. And now, as I said earlier, back in some programs behind, I said that Trossard. You said Trossard should be used instead of Martinelli, and Fabio Vieira to be used instead of Kai Havertz. Now I see a tweak in Tita's new formation to become trying to bring in Trossard for Kai Havertz position due to the matches he has played in the Belgian side. If
he tries to do that, I think there will be limited to what Martin Odegaard will be able to do at Arsenal. Because if you look at Martin Odegaard, goal-wise, you'll meet him there. Assist-wise, you'll meet the creativity aspect of him is there. Now, you want to bring in another player, Trossard, that has to those things as well. Let's go back to Brighton. When he was at Brighton, he played most of his best game from the left-hand side, or maybe bring players a false nine. So I don't see the reason why, although if Kai Havertz got on, because I know after the international break, Kai Havertz will have the Arsenal team. Hadn't after doing the international break, maybe Kai Havertz plays so well, he had a good performance with the Germany national team. Now we can now say, okay, maybe the atmosphere at Arsenal is not really conducive for him. He needs time to adapt. But now at national side as well, he's not doing fine. No, bring in Trossard. I think the team will be dynamic in nation. But don't forget, Thomas Partey is out injured. Now the much workload will be on Declan Rice. That is also why I say Fabio Vieira should come in. He can help Declan Rice out of some defensive position and bring some passes from the midfielder position over the defense. Look at the last 3 matches that Arsenal has played, that Fabio Vieira has come in and he has rescued Arsenal. Most of his passes are not from the position box. It was merely from some meters ahead of midfield position. He played a long pass and at the end of the day he just didn't go. So I would have preferred to have Declan Rice, Fabio Vieira, and we have Martin Odegaard, and we have Trossard on the left side. But all in all, I think after that big, Kai Havertz will be out of the team. But I still expect Fabio Vieira to come to this team and cement his play. So far that Partey is out injured.
Okay, don't say you see that Arsenal have a problem with Bukayo Saka not having a competitor of his position.
We've said it before the transfer market ends that they should have looked for a player that will compete for Bukayo Saka. That's why I don't really understand why Arsenal failed to bring in Mohamed Kudus. But he should have been the best player to have a good competition of Bukayo Saka. But Arsenal really have some players that can compete with Bukayo Saka. No, Trossard can compete with him. He can play from the position. But Mikel put the face of Bukayo Saka as if he's untouchable in the team. Yeah. If you look at some player in Arsenal team, you will know some player are untouchable in Arsenal side. Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Martinelli. You will see it from Mikel Arteta press conference sometimes, from the way he speaks out in the front line in the midfield position. You some players they believe they are untouchable, and the coach also show it that they are untouchable. There's nothing that said Martinelli cannot play from Bukayo Saka position. Nothing that said Trossard cannot play from Bukayo Saka position. Nelson also Gabriel Jesus can play from there as well. Look at the last game against Manchester United. He ended up being flop and he played the full 90 minutes. So I don't want him to see himself as if He has now arrived that there's no competitor for him. He can do anything he likes at Arsenal. Let him see competitor. He will up the game. There will be consistency in his game. So I still believe there are still a lot of players that can compete with him. The likes of Trossard, Martinelli, or Nelson. Even though we got this guy as well. Smith can play from there as well.
Also Fabio Vieira.
Fabio Vieira can play from there as well. Same thing as Gabriel Jesus. Nketiah can play from there. Let him have competition. Let him sit down in some matches. Let him come in and come and change the game for you.
Okay, yeah, let's take a short break from here. When we get back from the break, we continue on the news on sports going on around. Do stay with us. Thank you.
Gbogbo aláfẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó bágbàmú ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zion. House of Zion, the name I know when we talk of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House of Zion, lẹ́tí máa rójúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer bags lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn ìtẹ̀lẹ̀ bàtà tó jiná tí wọ́n fawọ́ original ṣe, àwọn aago kájọ́ tó ń ka wákàtí ọjọ́, designer sunglasses and perfumes, pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo nǹkan tóbìnrin àsìkò fi ń gbafẹ́ lò gbà. Mo débẹ̀ ojú mi ń ṣe kámi, èmi ni ó rà, èmi ni ó mú. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ́ gbòógè gbọ́n pa fashion tẹ́ wá nílò jàlábíà, hijab àti àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi. House of Zion lẹ́ ò ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zion wà ní 52 Ọlọ́run ṣògo road adjacent Redeemed Church Agape Parish Ọlọ́run ṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zion 08165688618. House of Zion ilé ìtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ àti nǹkan aṣaralóge tí ń gbéni níyì.
Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to seek greener pasture abroad. To those quack in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Taoheed Travels and Tour. We have in-depth details on how to successfully, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential visa, visiting and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at Taoheed Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA, and Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Hajj and Umrah services to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 Taoheed Central Mall, Sholanke Street, behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802 733 0900 or 0806 578 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to Taoheed Travels and Tour.
Welcome back to Sportville on Al-IyamoyeTV and radio. Starting from Bayern Munich, Thomas Tuchel said he's not a fan of Bayern Munich. Star signed 68 million a year ago with a big name player picked out of being slow in build up and guilty of too many sideways passes. The league joined the reigning Bundesliga champions in a 68 million pounds move from Juventus last year, paying a lucrative long-term contract until 2027. The publication has suggested that Tuchel has taken the issue with the light style of play, believing that he is too slow in build-up and guilty of too many sideways passes.
My question to Moshood is sometimes when you don't know what you're doing again, you try to make excuses.
Yeah.
There's something. There's one idea that says losers always look for excuses, but successful people set their eyes on results. This same to Moshood was the one that was pursuing Matters the Light when he was at Chelsea. The deal only went through with Bayern Munich. Last summer, they want to go and get the light from Juventus to Chelsea. But at the end of the day, Bayern Munich snapped him up, and it was this same Thomas Tuchel that bid for him.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you have substitute, you want to neglect your preferred option before. It was because of Kimanjai, and before Kimanjai transfer, it was that Upamecano and Matthias de Ligt that paired at the centre back for Bayern Munich. Yeah. Although Matthias de Ligt is somehow slow, but it's kind of player that loves playing for the back. And if you look at Thomas Tuchel very well, he doesn't favor play defenders starting from the back. His style of play doesn't favor defenders starting the ball from the back, like we say the kind of Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, and like Man U. Most people now they start the ball from the back. So he's not kind of an advocate of starting the ball from the back. Now, the model that Martin's Delight was built on was highest model, whereby the defender would need to play from the back. He's a very skillful player that can transmit the ball from the defense and to the attack. But he knows what he says in him that makes him to say he's too slow. Although he's very slow, but there are some players that they are slow in their play, but in their brain they are very fast. Look at Giorgio. Everybody says Giorgio is very slow. Giorgio is very slow when you see his leg, but inside his brain he's very fast because he thinks fast. But to him, I think he has Upamecano and Kimanja ahead of Martin's Delight. I know it's possible for Martin's Delight to get out of the team maybe January or something.
Okay, on Barcelona, Manchester City stars Bernardo Silva and Rabi Leipzig winger Dani Olmo have released clauses inserted into their new contract, which only Barcelona can trigger. Mundo Deportivo reports that Silva only agreed to sign a new deal with a £50 million for this clause, so that Barcelona would sign him for that amount. Meanwhile, on almost renewed terms, saw him given a £52 million release pounds clause for Barca to trigger, while Silva deal expires in 2026. Olmo runs out in 2027.
My question is, can Barcelona be able to trigger the release clause next season? Because now we want to talk about Dani Olmo. He plays from the wing position, he plays from the midfield position as well. Same as Bernardo Silva as well. He plays from the wings and he plays from the midfield position as well. Let's look at Barcelona, the player they have in the midfield position. They have Gavi, Pedri, Rodri, Romero, Gundogan, and they have Frankie de Jong. They have 5 players in the midfield position. Out of these 5 players, we have 2 of them that are very young lad. We have Frankie de Jong that is getting to be an old guy, 27, 28 years of age. Now Gundogan, 31, 32 years of age. Now Romero as well, 32 years of age. Now, can Barcelona be able to trigger this clause? Which to me, he said no. Because in the wing position as well, Lamine, if you have Asman Fati, they have Rafinha. Although I would say Joao Felix is just unknown. Just want to help. I said about Joao Felix, they just only want to help Joao Felix. And Joao Felix wants to help Barcelona as well because he had to have a paid cut before he can join. But I know the release clause that these guys has with their special clause because of Barcelona. I know another team will be able to trigger the release clause. It might not be Barcelona that will eventually sign these players. Bet it with me, it's still possible we see Barcelona ending at PSG. Or thereabouts. We can see possible that the Olmo ends at Bayern Munich. It's very, very possible. So that release clause, I doubt if Barcelona will be able to trigger the release clause.
Okay, on Tottenham, Angel Postecoglou makes a glorious U-turn as the names the 25-man Tottenham squad for the Premier League with forgotten defender also registered. Despite being heavily linked with a move away, Eric Dier was also named in the squad as another one of the non-home ground players. Dier has not yet played a minute under Angel Postecoglou this season and has also been heavily linked with a move away.
One of the stubborn things to negotiate to have business with is Tottenham Hotspur. Before the end of the transfer market, the contract of Goloris was said to be terminated between both sides. They want Goloris to leave on the free transfer. But immediately they saw PSG, that PSG want to get Goloris on the free transfer. They said they don't want to release him again on the free transfer because he has contract with them on a year contract. Now, at the end of the day, no team was able to come for Goloris. Now, I can't even say it's the third goalkeeper because Vicario is the first goalkeeper, and Foster second goalkeeper, Goloris, which was the captain last season, he was first goalkeeper last season. Now he ended up sitting on the bench. Not even on the bench, not coming to match day. Now you add him on the 25-man squad. Same thing as Eric Dier. No team comes with these 2 players. They should have released all these players and let them get to where they can play their active football. Although Goloris doesn't have anything to prove to anybody again, he has retired in international stint with France. He has won the World Cup with France. He won the Europe Championship with France as well. Nothing to prove again with our national side. But the club-wise, he has nothing to prove again because his age. He's getting old. There's nothing he wants to win again with Tottenham Hotspur. But release him, let him move on with his life. Same as Eric Dier. It's quite unfortunate that both players might not be able to play this season. Maybe just add them to the squad. But generally, I think both players will be able to get teams.
Okay, Brendan Johnson, which is part of their signing, before the end of the transfer window. As now, back from the international break, we see Brian Johnson will be introduced into the team, and I know you would prefer him than Richarlison.
Seriously, I keep on saying it. Now, Richarlison, I don't know what's happening to this guy. Even though with national side, he missed a sitter, an empty net that he should have scored. But then they say he needs a psychologist. I know after the international break, they will be able to introduce Brian Johnson. Maybe the attacking option would that be Sowole, Brian Johnson, and Kulusevski.
Yeah.
And I think this Madison at the creative position. But I doubt if Richarlison will be able to come back to Tottenham Hotspur team.
Okay, and Manchester United, Maguire says, I have not started the game in the first 4 games of the season. The story comes to me, I want to play football. West Ham, we didn't just come to an agreement. Manchester United were happy my foot, happy for me to stay, and I was happy to fight for my place.
There's this song, Manchester United are lonely at the top, where Harry Maguire also is lonely at the top. On both sides, I think both sides are happy with the decision because Manchester United came in for this guy, £30 million. But it was just the verbal agreement between Man U and Maguire. Maguire is requesting for a huge amount of money, pay cut, so I can join West Ham. At the end of the day, he said he doesn't want to join. He wants to fight for his chest. Now he's fighting for the chest. Now Martinez is out injured. They only have 3 recognized central back. They have Johnny Evans.
Yeah.
They have Harry Maguire.
Victor Lindelof.
And Victor Lindelof.
They also have Varane.
Varane is out injured as well.
Also, yeah.
So he knows what he's saying. I don't even know whether he was even the one that did something to them to have injury. Because now there's nothing Etihad will be able to do than to introduce Harry Maguire back into the team. Sure. Because now it will be between either to use Johnny Evans and Lindelof or to use Harry Maguire and Lindelof. Well, I would have preferred to use Lindelof and Harry Maguire because the kind of age Johnny Evans is now. Although his problem himself was, I doubt if he can really mind the pressure in the English Premier League. Having 2 slow defender because Johnny Evans also is not that quick and fast player like that. The same style of play with Victor Lindelof as well. But we're able to use ball as well, which is no, they don't really lose ball like that when they are in their days like that. So my God knows what he's saying. He knows he will play at Manchester United. Yeah. And good luck to all Manchester United fans out there. Good luck to them with Harry Maguire.
Okay, don't think until there will be like a kind of a fight between Harry Maguire and Andrew Onana. As you see back then when they are Andrew Onana complained.
If you got to give against Arsenal, whereby Arsenal defeated Manchester United 31. If you look at some passes that was made by Andrew Onana, Andrew Onana did not give Harry Maguire any passes. Instead of him to give Harry Maguire that is on free, you rather give a player that is in between 2 players, that is in between the danger. You rather play the pass to the player in the crowd of players than giving Harry Maguire. So I know at the end of the day, you rather get used to themselves and give them paper. If they want to make a mistake, they should make a mistake to other players score. But I know Maguire will prove everybody wrong at Manchester United.
He also said that when he got to the England side after recording a goal before coming back from the international.
That is first own goal for England.
I also remember last 2 seasons when David De Gea also saw a clear pass to be given to Harry Maguire and turned and played it down to the throwing side. Nevertheless, to give it to Harry Maguire. Why does everyone have problem on Harry Maguire?
Harry Maguire, man of the year.
I wish Harry Maguire comes back to his days back in Leicester City. Okay, we've come to the end of Sportville today on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Don't forget to like, follow, comment, and share our programs on Facebook, Al-IyamoyeTv Radio, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. I remain Yazid.
I do have a lovely day. Go to our X handle, formerly known as Twitter, Al-IyamoyeTV. Follow us there as well. Follow you back. I remain Sowole Moshood. SN the Sports.
Tell you a goodbye.